This is your feature directorial debut, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's it like for you?
Man, it's really exciting. You know, having written the movie 7 years ago on my first draft, it felt like my baby at the time. And now it feels like my overgrown college-age child that needs to move out of my basement and go out in the world and just make its living and live its life. So I'm very excited to set it free and for people to be able to see it. It's not every day you get to see like honest, female-driven movies with great, strong, independent women characters.
Yes.
So that's probably that's what feels like the greatest achievement, and I'm super excited.
I had the fortune of watching this film already. Loved it.
Thank you.
Now, usually at the end of every film, there's this like no animals were hurt during the making of this film. Were there any cucumbers hurt?
The cucumbers all survived, from what I understand.
Yes.
I mean, listen, you have to ask the props people, but the animals were certainly well taken care of because Aya's dog was one of our stars, so I know she got home safe for sure.
Last question. What's the state of female filmmaking in Hollywood? Is it still an uphill battle, do you think?
Yeah, I do. I think it's changing and I think it's getting better.
Yeah.
I think that we have a really strong community in this business of women who are supporting each other when it comes to female screenwriters, directors, studio executives, people who are really pushing for movies about women and by women to get made. So I think it's really important that we sort of change the landscape and make room for all types of voices. It's not just about women, it's about everybody. We can't just hear the same thing over and over again. We need to make room for voices that are different and voices that kind of change the perspective. And I think it's happening, and I think we're on our way.
So talk a bit about being directed by a female filmmaker in this project.
It was great. You know, I think Theresa is just a very special person, male or female. But I really like working with women directors. There's a collaborative spirit, and it's often, if you want to be a female director, you have to be a female writer as well. So I've worked with a lot of that combination of female writer-directors, and it's important to me to continue to do that because I think there's a lack of representation of those voices in Hollywood right now, and hopefully that's changing.
Now, last question before you enjoy the evening. I know you graced on this a little bit when we talked earlier today, but what do you hope the audience will take away out of watching this film, relationship-wise?
I hope that they'll take away that you get to make your own decisions. You get to decide what you want out of a relationship and what you want out of a marriage. And society may tell you one thing is right, but you get to decide what's right for you and your partner.
So I'm a big supporter of female filmmakers. Can you talk a bit about being directed by Theresa on this project?
Well, you've talked to her. She's terrific. She's really present and smart and funny. She's got great taste in music, and I like to think great taste in actors. But she's, she just wrote a really fun script and really smart and observant, and she's just a cool person. I mean, I kind of think of people I want to work with as a lot of times they're just people you want to hang out with and be friends with. And we had a meal together, and it just felt like we'd known each other for a long time. And so, it's a first-time filmmaker, and I've been a first-time filmmaker. You're asking people to take a chance on you, so I took a chance on her, and it was a good one.
Last question before we enjoy the evening. You're part of a successful series, long time, and also part of the Rise. So what's it like taking a time to support and be in an independent movie like this one?
Well, I've written and directed 2 independent films, and I've been in other independent films, so I have a great love for independent film. It feels a lot like the theater where I started, just in terms of paring it down to its essentials. Nothing in an indie film is going to get overwhelmed by the, special effects or anything. It's really about actors and faces and capturing truthful moments. So that's the stuff I'm interested in. So I'm always happy to do a project if I believe in the script and the character.
Hi. Oh, I like that I get to see myself. Damn, my hair and makeup looks pretty good.
You look amazing. You look amazing.
Thank you.
So after Roosevelt and now this, what is it about Austin, Texas that makes you keep coming back to it?
I mean, honestly, I did Mr. Roosevelt in Austin because I went to college there. And then this just happened to be set there, but I think I would have done the movie no matter where it was said. I thought maybe I could offer like a perspective on it, but yeah, maybe I overdid it with Austin. Let's not talk about it.
You're a director. Theresa is a female filmmaker as well.
Yeah.
Did you guys kind of like share input about filmmaking?
Yeah, I mean, what was exciting for me signing on was as an actor is that I liked that she was the first time female director and writer, and I had just been through the experience. And fortunately, she really had a handle on it. She had such a supportive crew. Anytime anything got like a little complicated, I could be like, "Don't worry, you're doing great." But for the most part, she had it handled really well.
Before you join the evening, I gotta ask you because I got to screen the film.
Yeah.
Were any cucumbers hurt during the making of this film?
A few cucumbers got bit, but don't worry, I didn't swallow it.
Are we in it? There we are.
Wow, you were so funny in this film.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I got the fortune of screening it.
Yeah.
I gotta say, how many cucumbers did you guys go through?
Several cucumbers. They ended up in people's mouths. They ended up being, flung around the room. But it was pretty fun that day. We didn't know what to expect, so we were just like, let's just have fun. And they let me say a bunch of crazy things. And I don't know what ended up in the movie. I'm seeing it tonight. So
Theresa let you ad lib and.
Yeah, she was like, just go, just come up with what you think would be funny. And I was like, all right, are you sure? Because my brain is a little wacky. And she did.
Loved you and Mindy in all their shows.
Thank you.
For this one, I gotta ask you, because the characters have small businesses that they own, that they struggle with. If you were to be a small business owner, what business would it be and why?
I think I would want to own a coffee shop.
Oh.
First off, I love coffee. I drink it every day, iced coffee in particular. And so if I owned a place, I wouldn't have to buy coffee. And I just think it'd be fun to sell little pastries and meet people and be a space where people could come and be creative. You always see people writing in coffee shops, so it'd be fun to provide that.
And you don't look like you're going to charge for Wi-Fi anyway.
Yeah, right? Free Wi-Fi. What's up? This is Fortune Feimster, and you are watching Rama Screen. Woo woo!
Congratulations on the movie. I had the fortune of screening it already. Loved it.
Great. Good to hear.
Now I got to ask you, how many cucumbers did you guys go through?
We went through a few. We went through a few, yeah.
Well, how do you keep a straight face shooting that scene? I was cracking up.
I didn't. It got to the point where Theresa, because every time I'd look at Fortune, I would just die, and her and I eventually weren't allowed to look at each other. So when I was talking, I'd have to look past her. And when we were on her coverage, I just kept my head down so she couldn't see me, because I definitely ruined a lot of takes.
Now, you play the best friend in this rom-com. There's always this idea the best friends in a rom-com movie has to be this way or that way. Did you follow the manual at all or on that formula?
No, I never really think about that stuff. I kind of just read the character and play it how it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, small business owners can relate to this film.
Yes.
If you own a business, what business would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, I'd probably own an art supply store because I'm a painter and I know it. I'm Carly Chaikin, and you're watching Rama Screen.
So, Brayden, I had the fortune of screening this film. You were awesome, man.
Thank you.
Talking about working with all these guys, Josh, Theresa. How was that?
It was fun because, mostly what I get to do, I get to, walk around on all fours, which my mom doesn't normally let me do because, the ground's dirty. So, yeah, it's really fun. And, I like taking directions because, sometimes I get bored of doing my own stuff that I want to do something else.
Now, so how challenging was that to be walking on all fours like that?
It was a good exercise, but, I got sweaty a lot.
Sweaty a lot? Yeah. Now, what kind of advice did Josh and give you in between takes when the cameras are off? Did they give you any acting input, any at all?
No, not really.
Not really? Okay. But you want to pursue acting? This is what you want to do? Okay. What do you find fun about acting?
I find fun about acting is because you can, take directions, and it's, you get to play with other people and not just, have the people that you don't know and, just see them, but you can't hang out with them or
really?
make new friends.
Okay. I like that. You're always seeing the positive. Thank you so much, my friend.
Hi, I'm Brayden Scott, and you're watching Rama Screen.